Isolation Nation, welcome to the Social Distancing Social Club. I am hot dog champion Ben Gleib, and I am very excited to sport this shirt given to me by the Front Row Planning Committee in Indianapolis, and I'm more proud to support a stomach that can handle the amount of hot dogs that I did. I have another challenge that I might be presenting today or tomorrow to my fellow co-hosts, but before I can do that, you got to meet them. So please welcome the second leg of the four-legged tripod that makes up the quarantine. It is Steve Hofstetter.
Hello, everybody. Hello. I think that shirt is awesome. You deserve it. You won it. I think it's also really cool that they got you a shirt that stretches for the next contest.
Agreed.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to support the show, please do so. Top right of the screen is our Venmo. You can PayPal at sdscshow.com. Of course, Super Chat on the YouTube. Throw in those Facebook stars. Say hi to Milton. Aww. And also say hi to another leg of the tripod. Please welcome Mr. Chris Bowers.
Hello. Hey, as the trivia champion, I have my brain glass and my brain coasters. I got this is an optical illusion, which you may not understand because you're not a trivia champion. Anyway, I bought a red T-shirt for the first time in my life. I bought a red T-shirt yesterday, and my only fitness goal is to someday wear it without looking like the Kool-Aid Man. I don't know if I can do that or not. I think it's a 50-50 shot at best, but we're gonna give it a shot. Queen Rachel's here, by the way. How you doing, Queen?
I haven't won anything, and Steve hasn't either.
I've won my dog. Right
no,
there.
you guys won Cutest Couple 3 years ago, remember?
That's true. That's a great moment. That was a big moment for you guys. We were all sorry after that, how fast it fell apart.
You know what Bowers said when we won that? He said, "Oh yeah."
We need to do a hot wings challenge.
I have a challenge
so I can
that
do something else. I will bow out on the first wing. Like, I cannot eat spicy food at all.
Well, I can't either, but I will.
Yeah, I'm totally down for the hot wings challenge. And one suggestion for dealing with hot wings for Steve, if you want to, this is a great tip I use, is stop being such a pussy. That's a great tip. You know what I mean?
I don't know if you know much about anatomy, but pussies are way tougher than you are.
I assure you I can out-eat a pussy in a spicy wings contest.
That's because you haven't seen one in a while. Anyway, let's move on.
Ben, what was your idea for a challenge?
Turns out the pussy was eating him. Oh, no.
You're doing it wrong, Ben. You're doing it wrong.
I was going to...
I want your pussy to eat me so hard. What? No, that's how this works.
It's too early for this.
You know the Zach Galifianakis joke about this?
There's definitely a Tom Simmons joke about how you should call it a nutsack, because if you flip a nutsack, you fall over and a vagina can expand, let a human out and flip back in and go, bring it! That's a Simmons joke, but yes, I got it.
Zach Galifianakis has a joke where he goes, sometimes when I'm making out with a woman and it's getting really hot and heavy, I lean in and I say, I want you to touch my vagina. And she'll say, what? And he goes, that's what you're supposed to say.
That's hilarious. I have a video that I can show to explain what I was suggesting.
Wait. Are we going to get deep? No, this can't be what we think it is, Steve. It's going to be fine. Just let him play the video.
Is anyone in this video other than you?
I'm just saying it's not going to be dirty. It's not going to get demonetized. It's going to be Carmel sitting in a chair and him begging her for something, probably.
You own this video. This is not someone else's video, right?
Am I new? Come on now. All right, here.
I mean, you haven't watched the show before, so I just have to check.
That's true. I do remember, though, from the first few episodes, you yelling at me aggressively for trying to play licensed music, and that has scarred me for life, so don't worry.
Good. That means I did my job.
Yeah.
Here I will share this video as a proposed possible challenge that I shot the other day at Universal Studios. Here it comes.
Okay.
Your fingers in the frame. A little bit. Thank you.
Giving notes.
First leg of the quarantine here to challenge my co-hosts to the next eating challenge, perhaps? Crickets,
yes.
My friends. Oh, am I hearing crickets because y'all are too afraid to take on a new challenge to expand your horizons? I'm gonna start with 1.5 right now. There it is. Look at that guy.
Oh, you already beat me.
I've done it before.
What do you think?
They're not bad. It's like salt and vinegar or whatever flavor that you have.
Yeah, they're not
I'll do
bad.
it.
They're not bad.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm eating bugs, man. I mean, maybe.
I'm just saying.
Is that a joke bug or is that actual bugs? Like, is it like
actual
candy
cricket.
flavored cricket? Is
Nope,
it
that's cricket. Very salty. Very salted.
Bowers won't eat things that bugs have been on. Let alone.
Yeah. That's probably why I hate vegetables, because there's always bugs landing on them. It's gross.
By the way, I'm in Wichita, Kansas right now. We're gonna do a couple shows here tonight, and I just want to show you what it looks like for someone to wear a mask in Wichita. Ready?
Oh, God.
Okay.
You froze. You know that, right?
Oh, God damn it. Well, just a heads up, it looks the same. That's what I was gonna do an impression of not wearing a mask. Here. All right, here's someone wearing a mask in Wichita. Yeah. I haven't seen one.
Well, there you go. I mean, look, it's maybe they're all vaccinated, Steve. Let's just believe they're all vaccinated.
Yeah, sure. Yes, everyone in Wichita is vaccinated. Absolutely.
Yeah, let's just go with that. It's a city. It's I'm vaccinated. I'm done wearing a mask. I'm vaccinated. I'm not wearing a mask anymore. I'm just walking around unmasked because I'm unvaccinated.
No, I
vaccinated
understand that, but I don't think the guy with the Trump truck nuts is vaccinated. It's just a hunch.
I would agree. He's probably not. But then, worst case or best case, I guess he dies. So there you go. But again, with the guy with the truck nuts, I'm kind of hoping he's not vaccinated and somehow he dies. That's what I'm rooting for. So at this point, why do we care, Steve? The stupid people aren't gonna get vaccinated. If they die, they fucking die. Great.
If he dies, he dies. Okay.
He dies. Fuck it.
What's overnight game?
I just hope that wherever the dick is from his truck nuts balls, wears protection. That's all I hope.
Do we? Oh yeah, we did not have an overnight game, or we did, but no one played because it was super early and he had to film a dance move and the whole thing. So maybe they'll play later, but they hadn't played yet today. What was the Night King day?
The Night King game was Dad a TV show, and so I really liked Curtis Mason's "How I Trapped Your Father."
Nice.
Or who else had a really good one? It was Ralph. Friday Night Lights. Turn them off when you leave the room. But my favorite was from Callie Reynolds, Massey Reed. Home Improvement. Your dad has given a good shot, but let's call an actual plumber now.
Nice. I wanted to enter that contest just so I could put in my 3 dads. Just add a dad. There's an extra one.
Congratulations, Callie. Email us and receive your SDSC and Nowhere prize.
All right, today's game. Today's game is to dog a celebrity, and not dog in the UK or Australian way. That means something different. To dog a celebrity, take a celebrity's name and put something about a dog in that celebrity's name. For instance, Havanese Witherspoon, or Collie Ringwald, or Stacy Dashund. That's a dog no one likes anymore. Anyway, take a dog and a celebrity, mix them together. See what crazy scientific combinations you come up with, and the way you participate is you comment on any of our feeds. But if you want yours to count toward the prize at the end of the show, as well as having a much better chance of being read on air, what you do is you comment with a tip, at least $5 of a Venmo, a PayPal, or a Super Chat, or any of that stuff. And as always, our video front row gets up to 3 answers for free. But tomorrow we're changing something, because we noticed that a lot of you are coming up with the same ones, and so we want you to just focus on your best. So for front row, we're doing up to 2 answers starting tomorrow. So that's a little change we're making. We're going to see if that works.
Yeah, that way you don't steal each other's and everybody has a chance. So if you go first, you don't get all the good ones. So yeah, two each. Plus it speeds it up a little bit. And as the front row expands, we got to speed things up a bit. And there we go. So
I thought I explained it well, but no, thank you.
Ben, can you give him notes, please?
I thought it was flawless.
Oh.
Steve is stunned.
I'm retiring. Bye, everybody.
On that note, it is time for our video front row to turn on your cameras. VFR, join the party. Let's get this show on the road. Very excited to be with all of you. Let's take a quick glance here at the gallery before shit gets in the next. Oh, what good-looking people. Good-looking people. Stylish, unique, my goodness. And I'm very excited to bring the first one of them to you right now.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's John Duggan, everybody.
Woo!
Here he
John.
is, the Doug Master himself. Great to have you, Dougs.
With our comic that's on tonight. One of them.
Oh, I love that.
Crosbie.
We are joined by one of my favorite people right now. She's currently the mayor, but she is known colloquially and by all of you as Sass Sassafras. We're very excited. Really great having you here, Sass. We are joined by...
I enjoy that Ben is not running out of sounds he can put together. It's incredible.
My question is this off your top of your head, or we think about this all night? Like, are we texting back and forth with people? Like, what are we gonna call cast tomorrow, or is it just off the top every time?
That's a great question. JP Sleepy Bear is here with us. Joined by JP from Alaska. Great to have you. We got Chris LeTrucknuts is with us. I love that. I love that. You know what? All trucks come with an exhaust fan. We are joined by Two Thumbs and the Rib Breaker.
The nickels are there.
I think he's asking you if you're hungry.
No, he's saying you can't eat there.
No, I know. I'm kidding.
I am very
Taken.
hungry.
Teats taken.
I'm very hungry. I'm not allowed to eat. I'm not allowed to eat on the show.
Nicely done.
Oh my God. We are joined by Chrissy Jordan, everybody. Great to have you, Chrissy. Nice, clean backdrop. I love it. We are joined by Cassie Nolan and
Being eaten alive.
Yes. That is a loving dog. What an adorable dog. Great to have you, Cassie. We've got, by the way, in the background of Cassie there, we've got a like a box shelf that's the size of Lindsay's shelf, but with way less stuff on it. That's the right amount of stuff for that size shelf. We are joined, ladies and gentlemen, by Meg Begley Jr. It's great to have you, Meggles. Thank you for being with us. You don't like Meggles, fair enough. We are joined by Patrick Yoakley, the Yolks. The Yolks is brokes. We're here together. The yolk has been broken, and we're making 2-egg healthy white omelet. I don't know what it means. There it is. That was a good act out of that. Absolutely. We're joined by Emily, Emil, Ronalds. I said I can't eat on the show, and it's just torturous. These names, these teases. We're joined by Brad Clark. He's finally grounded himself. He'll see the outer space, but he's not part of it at the moment. Similar background to James Nielsen, who's coming to us from the Northern Lights. Is that what that's called? Forget what it's called.
Yeah, Aurora Borealis.
Aurora Borealis.
Yep, or he's just right near a trash facility.
He had a bunch of Taco Bell. Is that what you're saying? That's what that gas is behind it?
That's right. We are joined by Jack Destillier. Dostalino.
Well, at least we know one of those is wrong.
In fact, we are joined by Anna Hood, ladies and gentlemen. Great to have you. We are joined by Lindsey Brown, relaxing and maxing right now. Not using that chair, that beach pillow properly, but other than that, you look very comfy. And we are joined by Gus, ladies and gentlemen. They may take our lives, but they'll never take our rubber duckies. We are joined in the VFR by, you know her as Abibier, but her true name is Dr. Abibier Abbey III. We're joined by Aranka channeling her inner Cass.
Heyo.
Of that. I mean, it's the wrong way technically, but it's the right vibe. Right vibe. Thank you. Here we go.
Well, they're in Germany.
There it
They lay on the other side of the bed.
That's
Yes,
true.
Yes.
That's true. That's why I've never been good with German girls. We kept smashing into each other on the left side of the bed.
Oh, I didn't know Carmel was German. That's interesting.
You haven't smashed anyone on a bed in years.
His 20s and 30s, Steve. Remember his 20s and 30s.
20s and 30s.
God, you should have been there, plus very early 40s. You should have been there.
I'm glad I wasn't there.
I mean, I'm still very early 40s. I'm 42. I'm only 42 for the record. So, but anyway, I'm really giving you too much information.
42 people? Is that your? Did you just give us your number? Okay, doesn't matter.
No, his age.
Oh! I thought he was. Okay, sorry.
42 years old for another couple weeks. We got Shannon Burke in the house, everybody. Shannon Burke, I love your ever-evolving virtual backgrounds. It's almost as though you have a home that you show us, but it's not. We're joined by Ralph, enjoying comedy, Tyler Gooch live stream.
Rude.
He's watching another live stream show while watching our. And that's literally not us. That is awesome.
And Venn diagram. The Venn diagram of the two shows that Ralph's watching are intersecting with him flipping us off by doing that.
Yes. And we are joined finally, but firmly in the front row, by the darling of dramedy, the princess of the pencil, the way with the watercolors. It is Lady Corbin, everybody.
Woo! The dude's abide.
Did Lady get bangs? Or in highlights?
Lady did get bangs and highlights, yes. Actually, the whole thing is much, much lighter. But yes.
It looks awesome.
It's good.
Thank
Looks
you.
great.
I told her during sound check that both her haircut looked great and also was she going through something.
And I said yes to both.
Mothers, lock up your rivers, baby. She's gone to town. Let's go.
By the way, nice. Some fun little extra thing from the whole Bert and Ernie thing. Jarrett's nickname on tour before all this, the running joke was that Jarrett has two personalities, because sometimes he's cool, he doesn't give a fuck, and so he's Jayhawk. But then sometimes, oh, he's so worried, and he's Jarrett. And, but it's so much better now that sometimes he's cool, he doesn't give a fuck, and he's Jayhawk, and sometimes he's Bert.
You Burting this up, Bert? Are you doing a Bert thing now, Bert? And he's like, shut up, I'm not Bert. And you're like, well, that sounds like a Bert would say.
Yeah, because like he left a couple years ago, he left the camera bag in the hallway of the hotel once with like all the camera equipment. And we were like, what the hell are you doing? He's like, well, Jayhawk doesn't give a fuck about the cameras, but Jarrett's really worried and he has to run down to the front desk and make sure they have them. Now it's Jayhawk and Bert, and that's so much better.
I love it. I love it. We got two great comics, as always. Tom Crosbie is here. First time in the studio. He's been our tech before. But Tom, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, I'm good. Doing really good. Really excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Very good. I like your ghost chair behind you. That's very fun. That
Thanks.
you have
Yeah, that's
ghost chair.
not normally that color.
By the way,
No
Tom, I don't know why anyone would perform in a vest. I think it's a little bit weird, but I guess if that's
If you perform enough in that vest, Tom, it's worth $800. So just know that. We also have Sarah Keller here. She's back. How you doing, Sarah? Returning champion.
Hello. I'm good. I already ate a cricket, so do I win? And I coughed up a leg afterwards.
I mean, that sounds terrible. I can't say that you win. You're definitely a gamer and you could be in the running, but I had an entire box of 15 crickets. I couldn't get my whole family to have any of them, so I had 15 straight up.
Well, that's silly. One is enough. You've proved your point.
True, but now I've got a taste for them.
Well, good.
I'm sure the crickets don't taste much different than hot dogs, I don't think, really. I mean, probably. It's the same stuff inside, right?
I don't know. They're a lot bonier and they go down hard. Like, they don't slide down nice down the gullet. It's not good.
They go down
swallowing
hard.
A bunch of sticks.
Wait, if they go down hard, is it because they eat you? I'm still confused about how it all works.
Only if I buy them dinner first.
But there would be something about a comic buying a cricket dinner to try to... Yeah, anyway.
By the way, Abby in the chat just said to Ben, you don't have to eat them, right? You can just throw the rest of the box away. And Abby, I might say that as someone who's known Ben for almost 20 years, no, he cannot.
No.
In fact, he did eat them, and he still has the box.
Oh, sure. For sure he does.
I mean, I'm trying to eat healthier. I went to Pilates with Carmel yesterday, and yet we came home and I had 3 pieces of chicken and a corn on the cob and a tomato soup that my mom made for us. And Carmel wasn't in the mood for that food, so she ordered Chipotle, and she just out of courtesy said, "Do you want any?" I said, "I guess so," and I had a second dinner moments later. An entire second dinner. Moments later.
I mean, you left the all-you-can-eat Brazilian place in Indianapolis to go to Five Guys and get a burger before you came back and ordered dessert. You're a machine, man. It's impressive. I don't know how you can do it, but it's unbelievable.
You remember that old commercial, like that old stovetop commercial about like, oh, Billy's mom is cooking stovetop at 6, and Timmy's mom is cooking stovetop at 8. Ben did that every 2 hours the entire day, and he just napped in between.
Let me just clarify. I would have, but I didn't have friends that invited me over.
It's like Ben's mom is cooking stovetop at 6, and she's also cooking it at 8, and she's also cooking it at 10.
Because Ben's a lonely boy and she loves him. Okay. Rach, we got anything to catch up on before we get...
Yes, we do. We've got some generals. Tam Brown. One of these days, she'll actually be able to make it to the front row, but for now, she said have a good show, and she'll catch up later.
Thank you, Tam.
Steve in our front row says, protection money. My nipples are off limits for lunch. Cannabis Jones has found Bauer's animal doppelganger. Search Bauer Bird Dance on YouTube.
Oh, no.
We'll
do that later.
For later. Maybe we can screen share it. I'll find it. And then Aranka for Tyler Gucci's 56th episode. It was hilarious. Happy Towel Day.
Oh, yeah.
So that's it.
So if Steve had to tell me the towel of Steve, is that a thing? Okay. All right. We're going to get to a comic right now. Are you guys ready to be caught up? Here we go. He is one of our techs, but I saw his Fringe Fest video. It was so amazing. I had to show you guys what he does. He is amazing. Give it for Tom Crosbie, everybody. Woo!
Thank you so much. Hello, folks. This is weird because people don't really know what to expect from me because I'm not a comedian. I'm not a juggler or a magician or a burlesque act. You're welcome, I suppose. I'm a nerd. That's what I do. I collect really useless skills and then demonstrate them. It'll take about 5 minutes. It will feel like longer. But I need to. In fact, I'll show you what I mean. So I play with this. This is a Rubik's cube. You might be familiar with it. Typically, what I would do is hand this out and have people mix it up. But I can't do that because you're not in my living room, which is a saving grace. But what I'm going to get you to do, so if I'll hold the cube up and you can see, this is the front, this is the back, this is the left, this is the right, this is the top, and this is the bottom. People in the front row, if you have your mics on, can you just start saying random sides of the cube and I will mix it up as best I can, and at least until you guys are happy with it. So go ahead, name some sides of the cube and I'll bottom side done. One, top, back, okay.
Left. Right.
Right.
Right. Good. Right again.
Left.
Friday.
Bottom.
From
Middle.
Middle. Okay.
Back.
Fine. That should just about do us. Okay. Top. Why not? Okay. So. Okay. That should do. I'll be honest. It's normally about now that somebody says to me, they say, "Tom, why did you learn to solve a Rubik's cube?" That's normally what someone says about now.
why'd you learn so
Funny you should ask. Well, there was a girl at school. Her name was Lottie. Lottie was the girl that everyone had a crush on, myself included. She came into school one day and explained that she'd seen somebody on TV solving a Rubik's Cube. And as far as she was concerned, that was the coolest thing in the world. So I thought, if I could learn to solve a Rubik's Cube, maybe she'll think I'm cool as well. I was 10 years old at the time. I didn't know any better. That was what I did. I went away and I spent the whole of the summer holidays locked away in my room with nothing but a Rubik's Cube for entertainment. So at the end of it, I could go up to Lottie and do that. Which is it's a little bit strange, but stop it, you guys are watching. So I was gonna say, to be honest, I'm glad you're watching, because if you weren't, I would have wasted about 17 years of my life. But not I'll be honest, that was fairly quick, but for me it's not quick enough. You see, while I appreciate you guys enjoyed that, Lottie didn't clap. You see, she spent the summer watching some fella called David Beckham doing a World Cup, whatever that was, and she'd forgotten all about the Rubik's Cube. There was one thing for it, sad but true. There's only one thing for it. I knew that I had to learn to solve that cube just a little faster. Hopefully.
What? No.
No way.
But, I mean, it's not always that easy. Fun fact about the Rubik's Cube, it's a bitch. But no, jokes. No, so here's the fun thing. If you were to take every possible combination of Rubik's Cubes, there are 43.2 quintillion different ways that you can arrange a Rubik's Cube. If you were to take 43.2 quintillion different Rubik's Cubes, each in a different configuration, you would have way too much free time. But also you have enough Rubik's Cubes to cover every square inch of at least the United Kingdom 62,500 times, including like my house, and only one of them will be solved. That will be a height of 2.19 miles high, and if you then took a Rubik's Cube and dropped it off the top of that pile of Rubik's Cubes, it would take 26.9674 seconds to hit the floor. Ish. But I'm going to try and do it, hopefully. Fingers crossed. There we go. So that's what it should look like on a good day. We got there in the end. But, I mean, for me, that still isn't quick enough. It's not quick enough. The world record for solving one of these things is 3.4 seconds, which is weird. Gets weirder. The guy that has that world record currently has a girlfriend. It's not a joke. I'm very, very lonely. But here we go. I'm going to try and do it again. But this time, I'm going to solve it. It is cheating. This is cheating, but it is technically breaking the world record. I'm going to solve it. I'm going to do 5 moves in this hand, throw it over to this hand, do the last 2 moves as it lands. It does look a little bit like a magic trick. It's not a magic trick. I just have a lot of free time. But here we go. 5 moves, 2 in this hand. Just don't blink. It's pretty weird. It's pretty weird. There is a problem with that as well. I don't know if you can hear it, but every time I twist the cube, it makes a noise. Hopefully, I'll be able to twist it quickly enough. You won't be able to hear it go. Listen.
Of course.
Now, to be honest, a lot of performers, I've seen the show before. A lot of performers, they really like it when people clap or cheer, but not me. It's fine. No, I'll be honest. I much prefer it. I'm not to say that you missed your cue. If anything, I prefer it when the entire Zoom call just goes, huh. Doing great. No, I'm going to try. I'm going to try one more time. But this time, I'm going to try and solve it one-handed, behind the back, while it's in midair, without even touching it. Sometimes somebody will go ooh when I say no, not now. I can turn the warmth up on my light a little bit. There we go. Okay, here we go. One-handed behind the back while it's in midair without even touching. Still no ooh. I'll be honest. Sometimes when this works, people feel the need to clap and cheer really quite loud. In fact, sometimes people go so wild that it makes people in the apartment next to you wonder why they're not watching this exact show. Or, I don't know, next time it's on, tickets available at sdscshow.com. But if it doesn't work, by the way, some people do feel the need to boo and hiss. If that is the case, please do remember that some people are in the apartment next to you just trying to have a quiet drink. So keep it down if you would. One-handed, worth a try, one-handed behind the back while it's in midair without even touching it. Close enough. There we go. We got there. It's me.
Wow.
Wow.
Strange.
Wow.
Very strange.
That was fantastic.
It's a weird way to make a living.
He was
I suppose.
speechless.
That I just don't know if I assume that's the finale, but
I mean, you say that. Funnily enough, Steve, since you're here, another thing that I tend to do is, at least in my main show, is try and make pictures of people using Rubik's cubes.
Yeah.
No.
I'll be honest.
Shut up.
No. Please, Taylor, if you could put Steve back up, because I tried to make a picture. The best thing I've ever done. I'll be honest.
Shut up.
But
Oh.
Steve, lighting's not 100. There you go. It was a little trickier than you might think.
Incredible.
There you go. So yeah, that's what I do.
oh my god!
It's
I mean,
so dumb. And you're not wearing your glasses today. Damn
Real
it.
dick move, Steve, not to wear the glasses today, huh?
because
Wow.
the light was reflecting. But yeah, here, hold on, wait.
Perfect.
Wow.
Holy shit, Tom, that was incredible. Tip jar is open. Top right of the screen is our Venmo. You can PayPal at sdscshow.com, of course. Super chat on the YouTube. Do all of that stuff. And by the way, I think it is very clear how much time you spent learning that. You had no time to paint that house. It's
No, you're not wrong.
came.
Just great day, 100%. This it's actually a virtual backdrop. It's in the 50s. It's very strange.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was absolutely incredible.
Wow.
Throwing those tips,
Brilliant.
Super Chat, YouTube, Venmo, all of that stuff. That is amazing. Nicely done, Tom.
Cheers.
I had a feeling that the nerd in you would really appreciate the speed of the Rubik. Like, we all grew up trying to do the Rubik's Cube. I would always break it in half and then rebuild it. Like, I could tear it. That was my cheat. I would crack it open. Like, I'm such a lazy fuck I am. I would crack it open and rebuild it in the room. I didn't even take the stickers off. That was too hard for me.
Well, you know what? Nowadays, honestly, they just come apart like no one's business. They're like super easy.
Yeah, that was my move.
That is incredible. And by the way, the idea that it takes the nerd in me to appreciate that. Like, no, that's just awesome. No matter.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, if you never grew up with a Rubik's Cube and, like, played football and shit, you probably don't care as much about that if you had a Rubik's Cube when you were 12. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm a huge nerd, and that was awesome, Tom.
I had a Rubik's Cube as a kid. I tried it for about 3 minutes. I got one side, sort of, maybe not even fully, and then I was like, fuck this toy, and then never went back to it.
My favorite thing is that you accurately got that little sunburn on my neck. That's really
Little,
yeah.
it's a smudge. It wouldn't rub out. So.
I also love how you predicted the future and envisioned in this mosaic you created a day when Steve would smile.
But,
One day.
like, I totally should have shaved before the show. That would.
I mean, by the way, this show, there's a total chance that you could have been bald, completely clean, and looked like you were anywhere from 9 to a hermit. It's crazy.
We still haven't put together. I really want to make a Brady Bunch thing of my different looks over the course of this show, because it's at least been 9 for sure.
At least.
Yeah.
All right, we got tips coming in.
All right, we had Tam Brown for Tom, not a comedian. You are damn funny. Wonderful set.
Oh, thanks, Tam.
Kim Stewart gave you $5 and said amazing set. BB Wright, $10. I was impressed, even if your childhood crush wasn't.
Nice.
Thank you.
Leedy sent you $10 and said, Cube, you're the best, Crosby.
Yeah. Oddly enough, Lottie actually
thanks.
ended up with a guy who's really good at fidget spinners.
Oh, you want to know something genuinely really awkward? So I did this show at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, and Lottie's actual parents came to see the show. And like, you'd think that I would change the name. Nope.
It could have been anyone named Lottie.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have called them out mid-show. Yeah.
No, there's a lot of Lotties in it, and there's a lot of Lotties in England. I think that's one of the.
Yeah,
top.
sure. Let's go with that. It's like.
Let's see. We also had Anna Hood send you $10. Please put this towards taking a girl on a date.
Thank you, Anna. I will try my best.
Catherine Howard, $10 for Tom. Wow, stunning work. Mally, $10. Hi for Tom. Woo! And then.
So just to check, Rachel, do you need to act out all the emojis that come through?
Yeah, typically.
Bear that in mind when tipping, folks.
We don't like to remind them of that.
They do.
We don't like to. Steve's better at it than I am, so if Steve wants to take over Venmo, like, I'm happy to let him do that.
Nope, you're doing fine.
Okay, thanks so much. Raz sent you £5 for the lovely Tom. You're the best. Greatest burlesque act I've ever seen.
That's a very niche in joke, but I appreciate it.
Callie sent you $5. So much fun. Tam, another $5. I think everyone is stunned, speechless, mind-blowing skill.
Oh, thanks, Tam. See, this is weird. Because I'm based in the UK. You can probably tell from this ridiculous voice I have. But it's like we're just not a tipping nation. So the idea that people would pay money for this shit's weird.
Weird.
By the way, when before this show started, Bowers had reached out to me and said, "Hey, we want he wanted to do a variety show," and Ben wanted to do a show with stand-up comics, and I was leaning more toward just stand-up comics. And I gotta say, Tom, you're only the third non-comic we've had on the show, and the first two thought they were. So this is...
I'll wear that with a badge of pride. God, that's great.
I was not including you.
Technically, the first two comics on this show was me and Steve, and then Bowers.
What?
I've only become a comic recently, is the joke he's making. I wasn't a comic at the time, maybe.
I don't think that was a joke.
The three of us were the comics who thought we were comics but weren't. How was this?
Gotcha. You're tearing us all down. No, good job.
Tearing us
Okay.
all down.
Hey, Tom, can you
So it's the
rearrange the
slow down.
Rubik's Cube to make me frown?
Give me 5 minutes.
By the way, I think
Take the
that's a
glasses
real
off
question.
first.
How long does it take you to plan out, like, because I saw your show and it was they yelled at a random person. I'm assuming you hear most of the same people. Is this something where ahead of time you plot out what it's going to look like, or do you literally, how often is it somebody you've never thought of and you actually have to, like, figure it out?
So I have a little cheat way of getting around that. Basically, if you check out my Instagram at Performing Nerd, I put pictures of all of you're going up there soon, Steve, but all the pictures that I do. And normally, like, I'll ask someone in the front row to name a famous person. And if it's someone that I know I can do, I'll do it. And if it's not someone I know I can do, I'll just go to the next person and the next person, get like a few suggestions. But like, yeah, I did this in 2017, and like, over the course of like 25 shows, I think 20 of them were Trump. So at least the following year, I just needed a blanket ban on Donald Trump, which
right.
So you
not
just,
a bad idea.
What do you do on that one? Just all the orange side?
Just pure.
Yeah, blanket ban on Trump, not a bad idea globally anyway.
Yeah, the Trump is all orange except for one little tiny piece of dick. That's one square.
And also,
Well,
a
that was so
blanket
nice
ban
of you
would
to
be...
enlarge it.
Yes, exactly.
You know, so that they could see it in the painting.
Yeah. It's like, you know, the little magnifying glass on the certain things at the store where you can read it. Yeah, I get what you're doing.
Thanks
Right.
for that.
Okay.
All right. We had Andrew Colson in the chat said, if Tom takes a girl on a date, his fiancée might start asking questions like, why don't you take me anywhere?
Full disclosure, I do have a rather gorgeous fiance. So.
Oh, well, nice work.
Yeah. Thanks. Happy ending after all.
So you're a liar.
That is true.
Don't be bragging to Ben about happy endings, Tom. That's just mean.
Yeah, I don't have $20. Are your fans called the Rubik's Cutie? Never mind, I didn't say it right. The Rubik's Cuties?
Rubik's Cuties?
They are now. Yeah, thanks.
Pretty not a bad one.
You make it sound like I have fans.
You're about to. You're about to have some fans. That vest
if you want, Chris LaBelle could ship you one.
Nice. I've seen enough of the show to realize that I know like none of the in jokes that keep going on, but I know that Chris fucks his fan. That's all I know.
Oh
Tom,
my
what are
god.
dumb
By the way, Tom, and what's great about that is the most in of the jokes.
Amazing. Well then, thank you for having me.
And Tom, you have insulted John and Leedy since you
What
said
the
you don't
fuck?
have fans.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They have
Weirdly,
fame.
that's a promo picture from like 2012. I look about 10 in that picture.
My age.
Right?
Better?
All right, more tips. We had LaBelle
Oh wow.
said, Tom, I'm going to do this trick. Steve, nothing. Tom, I'm going to do this crazy trick. Steve, nothing. Tom promotes SCSC. Steve loses his mind.
Me, someone else cheered. Being a very like patient watching audience member. I was the one though that kept being like, oh, like that was my reaction.
You were like, what? You were like, huh? What the hell was that?
Like that's what it was, like the involuntary what the fuck reaction. Like that's what.
Right, yeah.
Get it.
Also, Steve's very afraid to heckle anybody. It would be very hypocritical.
Yes.
Make any sound that could be interpreted as anything but a laugh or a clap.
Oh no, I was fully waiting for Steve to heckle just so I could have like a full 15-minute Facebook video about it.
Brad Clark, $10, great stuff. Cassie tipped and said loved every second. John, Tom Crosbie at Performing Nerd on Twitch, CYOOB.
Yeah, I stream on Twitch every day, and people over there decide to spell cubes CYOOB. It's very confusing. I don't get it. I just go along. I just no idea.
I didn't get it. Steve sent you $10 and said for Tom, aka Satan. Wow, just wow.
That was front row Steve, not me, Steve.
It is front row Steve.
Oh, thank you, front row Steve.
Like the devil would entice you with Rubik's cubes. What a great cover that would be for the devil. Like if you were the actual devil, you're like Rubik's cube.
Yeah, yeah. Also, the devil wears knitwear. I don't know if you know, but that's.
You never heard that song? The devil went down to London.
Nice.
Looking for a cube to solve.
Oh well, there comes my next remix. Thanks.
He was in a bind and he was way behind. He was looking to be absolved.
Amino sent you $10 and said, I'm not gonna lie, man. When I first saw you, I thought you'd be as interesting as home decor, but you were hilarious and I loved every minute of it.
Oh, thank you so much.
What? That's a neg right there. She's trying to have sex with you, Tom. That's a neg. She was like putting you down to build you up.
By the
when
way,
I first saw you, I thought gross. Then I was like, nice.
Guys, am I the only one that finds home decor interesting? Fine, okay.
Yes.
I was just gonna say, there goes my whole set because it's all in home decor. So I have to.
In fact,
plan here.
With all respect to all of you.
Home decor, if we could recommend some home decor to Tom, so that it's not. Although you have a great painting of me now.
I'm going to turn this into Mickey Mouse tonight. Don't you worry about that.
With all respect to all of you, I find home decor very interesting, and I resent the implication that I do not. I mean, come on, people.
I really like
I
the
don't know
thought
if we can
that,
call
like,
that decor.
Exactly. That's shit.
I'm just imagining that the rest of Ben's apartment, house, whatever, is just completely bare, and everything's just been shoved into
It's
one
not.
corner.
Oh no.
Tom, it's worse.
Yeah. Very seldom do people describe their decor as piles. This pile is things from this hats. These piles are books I don't use. Here's a stack of boxes I don't need anymore. Here's 9 computers that don't work. Anyway.
I also
damn
have
it, I
like
would
4 computers that don't work.
I would reply insulted if it wasn't true.
Ben's aesthetic is garage sale chic. It's very nice.
All right, let's finish up Tom's tips. Marianne White sent you $20 and said, awesome skill, call me. But that was, I think, before she found out you had a fiance. Unless it was after and then she's just a bitch.
Wow. Hey.
Or you don't know what people are into.
Yeah, you know.
Jokes. Breaking up a marriage, that's what I'm into. That's what I'm into.
Married
Or enhancing one. You don't know what
free
people
hand
are
throw the
into.
first stone, Rach. Come on, let's go.
I love Marianne. Chris Capo sent you $10 and said, that was a great set, act, or whatever you want to call it. Welcome to the other side of the madness. Jack Dostal sent you $5 and said, his 6-color Steve may be the best Steve.
Better than the real one.
I think so. Andrew Colson sent you £5. For Tom, the only live show where you have to think about why did I like it so much.
Take it.
Just take it. That's our motto. And then we had a couple generals. Cannabis Jones, we already read that one. Anna Hood, for Ben, maybe if you look in the cushions, you could find another $10. And that's it. We're caught up.
I don't think I'd find money there. Odds of food are pretty high.
I can't imagine you've ever dropped food, Ben. I can't imagine that's I'm assuming you account every morsel is accounted for. And
That's actually fair. That's actually a good point.
Are we caught up?
We're caught up.
All right, let's get to our next comic. Was on our episode 38. Taylor told us it's Sarah Keller. Everybody. Woo!
Oh, it's so good to be back here. Except I think last time we didn't have to stand and get all of our money told to us, so I'm dreading that because I don't need to know how much I'm worth. Just keep that in mind, everybody. I'm very fragile right now. It's been a rough year. I'm now in therapy 3 times a week. It's fine. I'm learning a lot about myself. Mostly that nothing is my fault. It's true. It was all my parents. Yeah, they turned me into a hideous, horrible monster. And no, it's real. I grew up like in a really small farm town in a huge Irish Catholic family. Like my family was basically the whole town. So dating growing up was like a game of, are they distant enough of a cousin? I'm kidding. We didn't care. Hey, losing your virginity is scary, and if you can keep it in the family, it's safer. Yeah,
Nice.
nothing is my fault, everyone, okay? Growing up in such a huge family, like in a farm, we grew up being very frugal and we didn't have a lot of money. So my mom used to get creative so that we never felt like we would go without. So for birthdays and Christmases and stuff, she would wrap toiletries as gifts, which is like great in theory because, you know, you look under the Christmas tree and you're like, whoa, look at all the presents. And then in reality, you open shampoo and you're like, I wonder what this identically shaped package is. Maybe it's an iPod. It's conditioner. This is real. For my birthday this year, my mom mailed me my gift, all individually wrapped, of course. And in it was a single package of travel-sized Kleenex. But it did have champagne bottles on it because she wants to be fancy. She sent me a bottle of Mexican penicillin.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, healthcare is expensive, and I'm trying to be a comedian. And then in lieu of sending me a birthday card, because birthday cards are like $5.99 now, she just texted me photos of cards she thought I deserved.
Oh no.
I did get 5 cards this year, though, so. Yeah. It's so bad that her frugality has made me an unbearable monster to live with. Like, I moved in with my boyfriend during this pandemic, which was fine. No, it's good. We figured out the key to a lasting love. It's therapy. He's in it once a month, so I'm winning. But I realized the other day I do this really gross thing where I will use a Kleenex once, but it's not like all the way used. You know, there's like still more corners and stuff that I could use again. So I put it on the couch next to me. And then I just keep doing that all day long. And then sometimes I forget to use them again. So then the next day I wake up and there's just half-used tissue graveyard everywhere. That's so gross. But like we grew up, like we reused everything. You reused paper towels. You know, like you could just hang a paper towel back up and it will dry like a towel. We used to use them. This was real. We used to use them so many times. They eventually would just disintegrate, like when you put a piece of pizza on top of a cheap napkin.
Oh my God.
And that's my time.
Sarah Keller, everybody. Sarah Keller. Tip jar is open. Top right of the screen is our Venmo. You can PayPal at sdscshow.com. Of course, Super Chat on the YouTube. Do all of that stuff. The pictures of the cards absolutely killed me because that is like the cheapest, shittiest way to do e-cards. Like that is that's not even like signing up for the e-card and putting in the graphics. That's just like, what do you think of this? I'm not gonna buy it for you. That's great.
Yeah.
Tissue graveyard really brought me back to middle school. That really reminded me of my middle school.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
By the way, Tissue
Promise-
Graveyard, not even the name of a band playing at the Roxy. Not even.
Too gross for the Roxy, Steve.
Gross.
I promise to use the.
Yeah, like getting your presents where it's like, it reminds me, like, I think the worst part of being an adult is having to spend like $4,000 on something you already own. So like buying a refrigerator is just, it just crushes you because you don't have a jet ski. You already had a refrigerator. You spend $4,000 and now you just have a refrigerator that you already. It's fucking terrible. So
I would also just like to point out that clearly Bowers has never bought a refrigerator. $4,000? What the fuck kind of a jet ski refrigerator hybrid are you buying?
How much a
Look at
refrigerator?
him. He has a $4,000 refrigerator. I mean,
$1,000 to $2,000.
Look, if you buy your dream mansion in Indianapolis and your wife wants to fucking make it awesome and you have to get stainless steel everything, and you've been your whole life wanting an ice crusher because you thought that was the difference between middle class and upper middle class, and so you put an ice crusher on it, it's about $38.50 at Best Buy right now.
Fair. You know what? A $4,000 fridge, it's the kind that look like your cabinets. You know, that like you can hide the fridge, like the really, really fancy ones.
And also, while it is not a jet ski, if you love food enough, you certainly can ride and or fuck a refrigerator.
I mean, sure.
Yeah.
it's not as much fun as the dryer, but.
But Sarah, my mom, we one year we converted from presents to money. My mom was just going to start giving us money, which is very nice. But she felt that we didn't have presents, so she would just wrap the money. But like one year it was only change. She felt bad, so like I would get like a bag of $80 in nickels. That was like something you had to open up.
Wait, she didn't even give you like the rolls of change? She was just
No, it was like in a box. It was a box of nickels. That was the funny part. They went to the thing, got the rolls, and then dumped it out in all these presents, and then gave us presents of change. It was actually hilarious. But like you haven't lived, you've opened up $28 worth of dimes. And
I have had to do that because I had a roommate who thought it was hilarious to pay me back for everything in change. He would make the effort to go, like, whenever it was something where it's like I would get dinner, like, he would pay me back the next day. He would go to the bank and get as much change as he could and pay me back in that. And after a while, I'm like, this is a great reason for me to stop ever paying for shit. Like,
Was this Danny? Was the roommate Danny?
no, this was not Danny. This was my buddy Dave. He's not a comic, but he's very, very funny.
Also,
and a dick.
Change as a gift sucks, but it seems to me not as bad as just loose cash as a gift. Can you imagine just ripping that gift paper open and then be like, well, that was $300.
Wrapped it with the money. I had a buddy in college. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, she in addition to toiletries, we would get, like, if on the rare occasion she bought us, like, I don't know, like we got a trip to Wisconsin Dells or something like that. Like, she would just write on a piece of paper, like, we spent 4 days at the Wisconsin Dells, and wrap that in a box. And you'd open it and be like,
Already happened. A trip that already happened. They're like, surprise, bitch, that was Christmas.
yeah, exactly. Yep.
Remember that time I took you to Ponderosa 3 months ago? That was Christmas. There you go. You're welcome.
Yeah, you're
I
like,
love the
we went to Applebee's twice this week, so
I love the idea of like, hey, I bought you those new shirts, and be like, that's because I outgrew the old ones and I had to go back to school. Yeah, happy birthday.
Steve, I had a buddy in college that got a parking ticket for the city of Muncie once. It was like $40 or whatever. So he was pissed about it. He went he didn't think he should get it, so he got $40 in pennies and brought it to the city of Muncie and was going to pay him. And they're like, there was a big sign that said, you cannot pay in pennies, like behind her. She's like, well, can't, there's a sign. And so he went back the next day with a bag of nickels and was like, you got a sign for fucking nickels? And then he dumped $40 worth of nickels all over her desk.
Well, you remember, like, we had a deal when Bowers and I owned a club. We had a deal with a very, very dumb nuisance lawsuit. And rather than appeal it, we decided to just pay it and be done with it because it would cost more to appeal it than pay the judgment. And I did a lot of research on whether or not I could pay it all in change, and I wanted to back a truck up to pay it in change. The idea was, oh, no, this isn't a judgment now. This is a production expense. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, I found out in the research, when it is a municipality, they actually can't refuse any money. So but if it is a private citizen, then they can. They can determine what you pay them in. And so that's the only reason I didn't do it. And I was like, fuck, I hope one day I lose a lawsuit to the government.
I don't think you do, Steve. I don't think that's
Fair enough.
but
Think of
that's
the content, Bowers. Think of the content. I got this nice Rubik's Cube graphic of me now. I can use it.
Like, it works the
IRS
other way, though,
destroys
right?
Heckler Destroyer. Okay.
Hey,
What's
Tom.
up, Tom?
Oh, you changed.
Oh, it was too hot. It was way too hot. Just gonna say, like, it works the other way, though, right? If somebody sues you and you win because you're an individual, does that mean that you can demand that they pay you in pennies?
You can
Like, if
actually.
you get to choose what they pay you in,
You can,
it's
as
like,
long.
yeah,
I mean,
demand it to be in pennies.
both parties have to agree. But the idea that this was a settlement that we just wanted it to be over, it was very stupid. We won the lawsuit, and then the judge, this was in Tennessee, and the judge was very, like, folksy, and she was like, oh, but you should pay for this part. And we're like, why?
Yeah.
You judged that we were in the right, and she just, I can't say much more than that, but it was just the most ridiculous, like, oh, but you guys should be friends, so why don't you just give them money? It was the most backward bullshit.
Yeah, but to back up a dump truck full of a couple $1,000s worth of nickels and dump it out in his parking lot would have been very fun. I agree with you.
Oh my god, we should still do it. It's worth it. Let's do it now.
There you go.
Well, our
I would
parties
swim
have
around in
agreed
it like
to.
Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah.
Our parties have agreed to let the courts not handle it, but instead have their dispute settled here in the Isolation Nation Court.
It's change court, where all the judgments are in change.
Where we hope the parties will change, but we know they'll get some.
Exactly. Rach, we got some good tips coming in for Sarah.
All right, we had Tam Brown send in $5, and David Ruiz sent in 20 Mexican pesos and said, "Skull Vikings, Skull Sarah, Rach." And then it's a binder of money, some air being blown, and a bunch of other shit. And I said, "What the hell is that?" And he said, "I have no idea. Good luck." So there you go. Steve, front row Steve, so that's how we're gonna refer to him now. Front row Steve sent in $10 from your cousin uncle in Canada.
That makes sense.
Alexander Breyer tipped and said, "It's not what you're worth, but it's all I could afford." So that's very sweet. Kim Stewart tipped, "I get the growing up poor. We reused everything." And then
Yeah, the best part was when like girl jeans became in style for boys, because then when my brother gave me hand-me-downs, they were girl jeans. I finally got girl jeans. That's real.
Hey, hey.
I did the same thing.
Yeah,
Anna Hood tipped and said, "For Sarah, so you can buy your own goddamn birthday cards."
Wait, so when your brother was buying clothes, were you like, "Oh my god, that looks so good on you," because you knew you'd wear it 4 years later? Like, would you talk him into stuff that you thought would look cute on
Oh,
you?
for sure. For sure.
the best,
Look
the
at this
best
blouse, Brian. This blouse would look awesome on you. I don't know, it's got a flower on it. No, it's going to look great. Trust me.
the
Yeah.
best.
People, like, I feel like you go through phases in growing up and stuff, but like my goth phase just followed when my brother grew out of his. You know, like, no, I'm really into Avril Lavigne right now. Have to be.
My favorite thing about being taller than my siblings is that eventually I didn't have hand-me-downs anymore. Like, eventually my parents had to get me shitty clothes from Modell's. It was still bad. It was still really bad. But it was better than getting shitty clothes from like Marshall's or Modell's years before. So.
Sure.
Yeah. I got underwear hand-me-down. So, yeah, from cousins. That's real.
By the way,
Real.
Sarah,
Before they...
high five. Me too.
See, I can't imagine I can hand anything down. By the time I'm done with something, you can't use it anymore. Like, generally, like it's over.
I'm not surprised.
I've never sold a car. When I'm done with a car, you just take it to where they crush them into cubes and take them away. Like, when I'm done with something, it's done. Generally.
Yeah, they're actually every time Bowers moves out of an apartment, they just turn it into storage. Like
They burn it.
yeah.
Pretty close.
Let's see. Chili Dogs send each comic $10. Jack, for Sarah, absolutely truth-telling from my small town childhood. I even remember washing our bread bags for reuse.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Once you put plasticware in the dishwasher, that's when I mean it's just. Yeah.
We used to rinse out our Ziplocs all the time.
Oh yeah.
Put them back in the drawer.
Oh my god. I think I might have been in my early 20s the first time I bought something at a ball game instead of just bringing a sandwich. You know what I mean? Like
My mom had a purse we called the movie purse, and it was a purse that was just big and empty that we would fill.
Yes. Yeah, that's so relatable.
And it had a beer opener on it always because my mom wanted to have beer in the movie. So, and she was like, fuck that. If they don't sell it, I'm bringing my own beer. And she wouldn't have paid for it anyway, but yeah.
This is the most relatable. Like, I think the worst day in my father's life was the day that Shea Stadium outlawed coolers. That was.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right,
remember when those Reebok pump shoes were like the biggest thing in the world? You would pump and squeeze and the shoe would tighten or whatever. And I wanted them so bad. I asked my parents all year for them, and they couldn't afford to get them. And so they did get it for me the next year. And I showed up to school so excited, and literally 12 people were like, "Really? The pumps?" No, that's last year's shoes, dude. I didn't get 1 minute of coolness from them.
Oh yeah, I think I got a starter jacket in 2006.
Ben, that also reminds me of the story when you lost your virginity. You're like, I'm 23. Like, I lost my virginity. You're like, yeah, of course. What are you talking about? Just did that now? Jesus Christ. Okay.
Fair.
Wasn't fashionable anymore.
He didn't get pussy till it was out of style. Okay, Rachel.
All right, Josh Westby tipped in for Sarah's Kleenex graveyard cleanup fee. Razor said, I can help you get back at your monster parents. We can make up some paperwork to convince them that they were either adopted or Canadian.
Wait, said they were adopted or Canadian?
I don't know how that works, but all right. Turns out you're Canadian, Mom. Oh, wow.
Okay.
Burn, I guess.
Is that a burn? That's not fair. Christabel, let's move on. Sent you $5. Said, I love the shirt. The shirt. It was the set. I don't know why I said shirt. I love your shirt.
Thanks.
I love it. But he also said, I didn't grow up poor, but my dad did. So my stockings are full of toiletries to this day that can be traced to Dollar Tree.
And hotels. I get a lot of the hotel stuff.
I love hotel stuff.
Oh yeah, it was a good day when I stopped taking the small toiletries from the hotel back.
How did you get through it? Because I'd like to tell my mom how to not. She has an entire cupboard, like floor length.
I ran out of room for them. That's how.
I got a room over here, Steve. You need a place to store them. Hotel soaps and shampoos are often made by a company called Gill, Christ and Soames. And whenever I see that, I always wonder, like, we all know what Christ did after, but what are Gill and Soames doing?
I love the idea that it's a firm like Gill, Christ, and Soames.
Soames and Gill really underperformed after Christ really took off and went solo, you know?
It was like Donald Glover's sketch troupe, you know? He became the famous one.
When you start with frankincense and myrrh, you don't have to worry. It's a long journey to get somewhere from those two things. We don't even know what that shit is. Jesus got the gold. That didn't make any sense. All right, Rachel, let's keep going.
We are ready for the game.
All right, let's do the game.
All right, the game today is we're going to mash up a dog and a celebrity's name or a person of that type, their name. These are, if you're in our front row, raise your hand.
That type.
Well, because like one of the unpaid is a comic. And you'll see
a celebrity.
They're
proving that comics can't be celebrities. Thank you so much, Rachel.
I'm just saying one of them is Bowers, and we can't count that as a celebrity. So, but I'm gonna
right.
It like broke Rachel's brain. She's like, one of them's a person of type, could be interpreted anyway. It's not a celebrity, but we know it's a human, and we're not sure even.
I don't have my quiet sign. But I do have this. So fun. All right, so the first unpaid entry that I liked was from Matthew Brooks, Daniel Puggleton.
Nice.
Nice.
Randy Longmire, Sarah Old Yeller. And then fucking love this one, Marissa Francis Harnedy, Bitch McConnell. All right, so who is up first? Abby.
Hello. My entries today have a silver screen Hollywood theme. So I have Olivia de Havilland's,
Nice.
Ingrid Barkman,
Nice.
and Vivian Leash.
Nice.
All right, Shannon Burke.
I have Spaniel Radcliffe,
Nice.
Boston Terrier Hatcher,
Nice.
Yeah.
and Bernice Sanders.
Bernie's.
JP.
All right, I got B. Arthur,
Nice.
Steve Hoff, Staffordshire, and then the last one is SDSC celebrity Hayden Lee Mastiff.
Nice.
Anna.
So I'm sticking with the two. I have Leash Witherspoon
Nice.
and Jude Leashlaw.
Very good.
Nice. Aranka.
I have just one. Instead of Joe Biden, I have no biting.
LaValls.
All right, so I've got Jack Russell Brand.
Nice.
Nice.
Rosario Dawson.
Nice.
And Sheba Jessica Barker.
Front row Steve.
We're staying with two also. We've got Dan Akita-Royd.
Nice.
And Steve Irish Hofstetter.
Gus.
Hey. I've got Joe Cocker Spaniel.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ben Pettigree and Jason Beagle.
Nice.
Ralph.
Wait, what's
the
the
Bob
Bob
Barker
Barker
one say?
one? It's
I
cut
can't-
off.
He's still on his live stream. I can't read it. What is it, Ralph?
Sandra Balwick.
What was the middle one? What's the middle one?
Sandra Balwick.
No, the one before that. The one was longer.
Bob Barker one.
We can hear you.
We can hear you. What's the Bob Barker one? Okay, here we go. Bob Barker is worse than his bite. All right.
Jack.
All right, so we've got Growl McCartney.
Nice.
The guy whose dog did the wild thing on his leg, Bone Loke.
God.
And then this is a niche one, but we'll try it anyway. Growlith Paltrow.
Angles.
I just got one. Bill Burr.
All right, who else in our audience? Front row, wave at me if you want to do any on camera. You all have figured this out by now. Thank you so much. So these are the rest of the entries. We had Frankie Berman, David Spay. He also had Gal Gadog. Cannabis Jones, Mariska Harga, stay. No, stay. Cannabis had Samuel L. Barkson.
Oh.
Nice.
Shannon Savage, Dick Wolf. Shannon had Takashi K9.
That's Shannon.
Yeah, it is. Cannabis, Pa Gustus, the first Roman emperor.
Wait, say that one again.
Pa Augustus, the first Roman emperor. Get it, Pa?
I get it, yeah.
Amina, Beg Gleib.
The double. That works on double.
Carmel calls him too.
Carmel heard that.
Amina, Sabrina, don't pee on the carpenter. Amina, instead of Jessica Chastain, Jessica Castrate.
Oh, okay.
Amina, J.K. Growling. And then she had Bark Obama. I think that's all of them. That's all of them.
Oh, wow. All right. I really like J.K. Growling, Takashi K9, David Spay was good, Bone Loke, Aranka's No Biting, Leash, Witherspoon, Bernie Sanders. But I got to go with Cannabis Jones with Mariska Harga. Stay. No, stay. Stay. That's what I'm going with. Sarah, what was your favorite?
Oh, man. Oh, I wasn't ready. I was still deciding. Oh. Can we go back?
Yep.
Yeah,
Tom, what's your
come back to
favorite?
you.
We'll come back to you, Sarah. What's your favorite?
I was a big fan of a lot of them. I think my vote's got to go to Spaniel Radcliffe. Just so simple. Great.
Nice. Sarah, you ready?
Yep.
What you got?
I'm going to go with Takashi K9.
Nice.
Nice.
That's a good one.
Good one. Yeah, I liked Bernie Sanders. I liked the Gwyneth Paltrow, Sandra Bullock. You know what? It made me laugh really hard when it first came in. I'm giving it to Marissa Hargitay as well.
All right, Ben.
I loved Aranka's No Biting for Joe Biden, but I give it to Anna with Leash Witherspoon.
All right, Steve.
I was very, very tempted to vote for Spaniel Radcliffe, especially because he starred in the Harry Potter series. But I'm giving it to Mariska Hargitay. That was great. So, did not see that one coming. So that is the winner. You can collect your prize. Go to sdscshow.com. Shoot us an email.
Very cool. Sarah, do you have any?
And our Night King game real quick before we forget.
Yep.
Our Night King game is going to be dog a fictional character. So, for instance, Labrador the Explorer. Go nuts.
That's the Night King game. All right, Sarah, do you have any?
I just had Leash Erickson.
Nice.
And Christopher, want to go for a walk-in?
Awesome. Tom, you got it?
I got a couple. I'm surprised no one went for Great Dane Bowers. It's a stretch. Or Weird Al Pomeranian Yankovic. Also, Steve, I'm sorry to break your heart, but I've got rid of the picture. I should have changed it over.
Oh, I bet you could do that in your sleep now.
Oh, yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
More of a nightmare. Nice. Steve, Rach, Ben, how many you guys got?
I don't have any.
I just have one.
I have 7.
I have 5.
Oh, perfect.
I'll just do the one then.
Yours, then Rach will do hers. Okay.
Oh, sorry, Rachel.
No, Rach doesn't have any. I'm sorry.
No, I don't have any.
Yeah. So I'll just do the one, which is just Kristen Siberian Husky.
Nice. I've got Quentin Terriertino.
Oh, my turn. I've got Antonio Bad Dog Russ.
God.
I have a Dalmatian.
I got Yorkshire Terry Crews.
I've got Albert Poodlehose.
Oh, wow.
I've got Elizabeth Bad Dog Montgomery.
I have Corgi from Life Goes On. Remember that show from the
character?
Well, I didn't know the Night King game when I wrote it. I mean, that's a deep. It makes sense.
I've got Golden Retrieve en hiver.
We've got Johnny Rottenweiler.
Wait, you couldn't do Golden Retriever McIntyre?
Oh, really good.
I couldn't have, no.
You got any left, Ben?
Yeah, I've got Dog the Bone Treat Hunter.
I have
more dog.
I have Macaulay Culkin.
My last one, Sybil Shepherd.
My last one, and it's just a reference to here, and I hope Zara's watching, but Gladys Beagleman. All right, Ben, it's time to sing the song. Here we go.
It's Leedy Doodle time. It's Leedy Doodle time. It's time for doodles drawn by Leedy. It's that time. New bangs.
Alrighty. Yeah, here we go.
New bangs, new
poodle time.
bangs.
Very funny. I like Leedy Poodle time. Well done. All right, here we go. Starting with one of the quicker drawings I've attempted to do. It is Beg Gleib. That Carmel? I think he would be a beagle because it sounds like Ben Gleeble.
I'd
then
fuck that dog.
Has nips.
I wonder what this one could be. Who's to say? And then going back to the top, I have, it's a trivia thing. You wouldn't understand. Then I have The Devil Wears Knitwear. Then I have a lot of notifications from Facebook. Hang on, let me go back. I need to click on it. I want to keep you up to date with this in-joke. There's Tom Burlesque.
I love where the cube is.
Yeah, of course. Cube placement.
Oh my god.
I'm really glad with where the cube is, just for the record.
Yeah, you're welcome, Tom.
Hey, Tom. Nice cubes.
In 2 seconds, that cube will pop into the air and right itself.
I've got a cube. Tom, can you solve me?
Oh my god. Holy shit.
We've got a logo for the Rubik's Cuties.
Wow.
Yes.
All
Is
right.
now a good time to mention I shaved my cubes?
Oh my god.
This also is a good time to mention before Leedy gets very embarrassed on a broadcast show, you can press the Do Not Disturb button on Apple products, and that won't pop in there during the thing. Not now, but in the future.
Airplane mode, maybe, you know.
I kind of want to be on that message link so I can just like write balls and it just pop up on the screen.
It does happen to me sometimes while I'm streaming on Twitch. People will text me things because they know my stream will see it. It's very evil. Okay, here we go. I'm turning pink. Just as good as the real thing. That's the card done there.
Yep.
Thanks, Rachel. And then I have Jayhawk.
Nice.
Doesn't look at the explosions. He's just chill. He's also kind of got the hip hop, which I like. And then I have Gerbert. I'm a little bit worried. How should I
Right, fuck you.
Oh, okay.
Just write new phone, who dis?
And then I have, you're doing it wrong.
The pussy.
That was my last one, but I also.
Hi, Mom.
Oh my god. That was my last one, but I also want to share with you Tom's Rachel impression.
Yes. You fit in well here.
Nice work.
At Art for My
amazing.
Heroes, if you would like to message her during the show, and LeedyCorbin.com
Oh boy.
for prints.
All right, we did it. Sarah, what are we finding in the world? What you got coming up, virtual and otherwise? How do we follow you on the internet?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at SarahKeller07. I'm at the Comedy Store in Hollywood every Tuesday night for Roast Battle.
Woo.
And you can, and don't know what that was. And I'm also on Cameo, so you can hire me to say horrible, horrible, mean things to your family. I'm under the roast section. Or I could also say nice things if you want that.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Sarah. We'll see you next time. And I might see you tonight at the store. I might wander up there. Very cool.
Thanks,
Tom, what you got? How do we find you, man?
I'm on all the social medias, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch at Performing Nerd. I stream every single day on Twitch from 3 till 5 UK time, so that's 10 till midday Eastern. Yeah, I have no live shows coming up because I'm in the UK and that's not a thing we do yet. But I'll keep you posted on social media when I start doing shows. But thanks for having me, guys. It's been great.
Thanks so much, and welcome to the team, buddy. We really appreciate you being here, and I love that everyone here, the whole team is great. I love it. Awesome. As for always, you can find me at Bowers Comedy. This week on Origin Stories, we have Danny Jollis, and then the next is Jodie Sweetin, and then the one after that is Bert himself, Jayhawk. So come check that out at Origin Stories. You can find me at Bowers Comedy, all that stuff. And I don't know any shows coming up right now. June 2nd, I'm at Supernova, but we'll tell you about that later. Ben, what you got coming up?
Tomorrow night, I am at Supernova in Hollywood, the 26th at 9:30 p.m. show with Harland Williams and Steve Byrne, Mary Lynn Rice Cub, Jeff Ross, Brad Williams, Mark Saratella, and Ruben Paul. Should be a very fun, and Taylor Tomlins. Did I say that? It's going to be a very fun show. And this Saturday at Nowhere is the 1-year anniversary of Gleib Off the Top. I hope you can make it. It's going to be a very fun celebration show. 5 o'clock normal time.
Very cool.
Nowherecomedyclub.com for tickets.
Steve, where are you sold out at?
We actually are about to announce some very, very big shows. So tickets will go on sale within a couple of days to Salt Lake City, Nashville, Huntsville, Alabama, Dallas, Texas. Actually, the House of Blues in Dallas, Texas. I'm really fucking excited about that. So those will go up soon. And the biggest venue I've ever played coming up in Atlanta, Georgia. So that's going to be incredible. But on sale right now at Nowhere Comedy Club are tickets to the 1-year anniversary panel discussion of Psycho Yoga Instructor. So if you want to see the behind the scenes of a movie that only had like 8 scenes, please get your tickets at nowherecomedyclub.com. Proceeds go to survivors of domestic violence. Figure it's on theme for the movie. And come watch and hang. It'll be a lot of fun.
And this will be the first time in history where the reunion of a group from a movie is broadcast to all the people that actually watch the movie all at the same time.
Yes, absolutely.
All 45 of us go, then the whole demo of the movie will be there at once. It'll be a real nice reunion. It's going to be good.
All seven people that were in the movie are going to be there.
Right, and all 53 people that saw it will be there too. It's going to be
I don't know, but I'm also making fun of the fact that there were only 7 people in the fucking movie. So.
Very cool. Rach, anything we got to catch up on before we get the audience out of here?
Last one, Cass told me that it's pronounced Marishka, and I don't remember saying a word even similar to that earlier today.
Marishka. Marishka.
Oh, Marishka. See, yeah. Marish. See, I can't even. What? You know what? That's it.
Well, thank you, Front Row, for being here. We appreciate you. As always, we'll see you tomorrow at our normal time, right? We're normal time tomorrow, right? 3 o'clock Pacific. So come check us out tomorrow. And, yeah.
Yeah, and we don't have Steve tomorrow. He's going to be on the road again, so come watch us play unsupervised again. We got Leanne Lord back and Augie Smith.
Yes, and Augie Smith has an amazing story to tell us that you will not want to miss. So very excited that, yeah, so we'll see you guys on Wednesday.
I will.
Still showing.
Oh my God, look at Doug. Also, look at Duggan's background right now.
God.
Oh, the second. Oh no.
I would say that you would get us demonetized for illegally broadcasting that, but they don't care.
They're gonna pay you for advertising.
Yeah, we just doubled their views. Lifetime's ecstatic that just happened.
The I in IP stands for intellectual, so that doesn't count.
Nice.
Awesome.
All right, Rach.
All right, guys. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, except for you, Steve. See you later.
Yep, we're excited about tomorrow. We'll see you guys there. Fire up.
All right, I will try to pop in briefly tomorrow. I don't know how long I could be there or if I could be there, but I will certainly try as I'm getting ready for my show in Kansas City. It's the second to last show of this tour. Thank you for being patient, and thank you to everybody for continuing on with the show without me, proving that I am not needed. But I'll be back next week.
Stop it.
Well, what a fun one, everybody.
I am needed to tell you where to send the tips. No one knows how to do that but me.
Yeah.
Oh, you do a super Venmo. Just a quick little update on my life. Since I am not allowed to eat on this show, I have now resorted to drinking drinks that are flavored like food. This is orange sherbet Jelly Belly soda, and it tastes quite like it. That's pretty exciting. So I'm doing fine. Although I'm going to run to food as soon as we're done, which is right now. Good night.
If there's one thing that helps a diet, it's soda.
Yes.